Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Upgrading a Complete BMX Bike video series, where you may find yourself wondering, why is he taking off the brakes from the Fit Complete? Let me explain. My buddy TJ Henderson sent me this box, and the contents of this box will make the reason why I'm taking these brakes off very apparent. So let's get right on into opening it and see what's inside, which honestly, I don't even know exactly what's in here, but I have a really good idea. And when he said, "What's your address? I want to send you something," I got very excited. So let's go ahead and open this box. It is very nicely packaged. Oh, interesting. So we have some instructions here. This pamphlet has info about the weld-on brake plate. Interesting. We'll check this out in a second. Oh my goodness, this is very nicely packaged here. So we're gonna set some of these things aside. What am I looking? What is this? Okay, that's funny. Lots of things in this package that I think will make a lot more sense as I take a look at this note. Let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out of the box. This right here is exactly what it looks like. Wait, does this? Oh, baby. TJ Henderson has just sent me a hydraulic rim brake setup, and this right here, what you see, is a 990 brake mount adapter. Wow, he even sent the Torx bit for working on it. My goodness, TJ, you are a superhero. Looks like we have some of the process, some sticky notes. I'm not sure what those are for, and even some extra brake pads with some spacers in here as well. So we've got mounting hardware, and then we have several different brake pads. Pretty obvious at this point, I'm taking the brakes off of the Fit Complete so I can put the hydraulic rim brakes on it. To try and not bore everybody too much, I'm gonna read as fast as I can. Brant, this pamphlet has info about the weld-on brake. Hashtag Dro Bros. Hydro Bros? Dro Bros. Not included. This is an easier way to enjoy the BMX hydraulic rim brake system on a 990 post system that is standard on BMX frames and forks. Accepts the system pre-built for your bike currently. Simply install the lever, hook the adapter on your 990s, adjust your slave spacing, and get rad stalling on that rear tire. Enjoy. TJ. Wow, this is really well thought out. I don't have to go crazy in depth here, but there's a thing here about the plate. I don't have exactly one, but picture a metal version, something kind of like this. So then there's some QR codes for the Magura HS33 finger lever brake kit, the brake clamps, websites for any additional parts, and then some tips. TJ Henderson. This is amazing. TJ has been sending me updates throughout this, and oh my gosh, there's more here. There's a lot more here. And so it's been really awesome to follow along with this. It says about the plate. The plate was designed in collaboration with Jeremy Garrett, TJ Henderson, and Jeff Kinzel. Jeff Kinzel conducted rapid prototyping. You can see this version is all one piece here, and then there's a design here so that you can have a spacer, because in BMX frames, not all of the spacing of brake mounts are exactly the same. Some of them are different. So it looks like the brake system that is here is the Magura, and I bet you it's the HS33 that has been talked about a lot in the comments of my videos with TJ. So then it says included parts, $9.90 a brake adapter plate for HS33 slaves. HS33 slaves pre-installed, so that's what we've got here. One pre-installed loosen, clamp, adjust slave, pad to rim, tighten, pre-bled to the HS33 lever with HS33 stock pad. Okay, there's a thing here. T25 wrench to install the lever because it does use different, it's not an Allen wrench, it's the T25. There's a lot here. I'm probably gonna have to call TJ while I do some of this. Bubble wrap, bag with 990 adapter plate. So that would be this right here. Then concept mount 3D printed prototype, figurehead print for head tube, glue on. Is this Victoria? That's hilarious. The system has been bled with Trail Tech fluid. This is the best fluid for a snappy feel. Keep rotating here. Cool stop pads, salmon, no something, maybe good for feathering. There are some instructions for me. Pre-installed, you loosen the clamp, adjust the slave / pad to the rim, and then tighten. I guess that's it. So thank you, TJ, for sending this. I'm not sure what the pen and the sticky notes are for, but either way, this is super exciting, and now all that's left to do is get on over to the bike and install this. Let's go. And I suppose we should just get right on in to taking everything off here. Take off the lever. Oh no, the lever has to come off over with the grip off. Shoot, this could be a problem. We'll just keep going anyways. All right, so I need to take off, oh my gosh, there's so much that has to come off here that I didn't even consider at all. Gyro plate needs to come off. The gyro needs to come off. I'm probably gonna fast forward through a bunch of this.
What's up, my man?
Hey, I'm recording a video right now, just so you know. And I was calling you.
Okay.
And you can gather why I'm calling you.
Yeah, probably. You want to FaceTime? All right, what's up?
Hi. What I'm wondering is, what is this one for? Well, I'm recording right now, so thank you for sending all of this, and hi.
Hey, you're
It's
welcome.
TJ. All right, so real quick, I wanted to explain what some of this hardware is that was in the packaging. So this washer right here actually goes onto the brake mount itself. Then once you put the brakes on and the adapter on, you can then use this washer on the top, just underneath the bolt that is included. And then you may be asking, what were those conical washers like this, the ones with the concavity to them? Well, that is meant for if you are going to have to use your own bolts, and they are bolts like this, where it has this tapered head to it. It has a name that I can't think of right now, but that allows you to use these washers to use your own bolts. So another thing I wanted to show real quick too is how easy it is to swap out a brake pad on these brakes. Check this out. So I just literally go like this and boom, brake pad pops off. You can see where it goes, and it's pretty much that simple. And I actually wanted to use these included dark red pads, which TJ let me know are the same compound as the Cool Stop Flatland clear pads. They're just red, and you literally can just go boom, back on, good to go. So we'll do that to the other side as well, and grab the other pad and snap it right into there. Super simple. And then from here, I'm probably gonna have to take some things off that I'm not considering right now. So this goes in here like this. There we go. Easy enough. Put these two washers on while we raise it up and fit it on there. So that is on. Looking good so far. And honestly, this housing is just in the way, so I'm gonna move to the front and put the lever on now. All right, here we are in the front for me to figure out how this works. So the housing is gonna have to wrap around here a couple times or something. I honestly don't know, but we're just gonna go for it. How's this? I need the cable strap. Bring this back. This can go, I'm gonna need a couple of these actually. One back here and one up here. We'll keep one on here for now. Toss this one on. All right. That will keep that in place. I know TJ likes to wrap his around a couple times. I don't know if there's like rules to this, like you can't do certain things, but there wasn't anything in the instructions about that, so I'm confident that we're okay. And maybe it's just a matter of once you get the lever on there, you're okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. So we got these T25 bolts, and then this goes on to here. And I'm gonna tighten it like this first so that I can get them both started. I feel like Wilson on Home Improvement right now. All right, so tighten these down. That doesn't feel half bad. I have no idea if this is how it's supposed to be or what. I'm gonna have to ask TJ a couple questions and refine things. But for now, let's go to the back and finish getting all of these set up. So before I tighten this down any further, I just started a bolt in here. I need to get the brake pads themselves lined up with the rim. And I believe I can just do this, which works pretty well, but I wanna make sure because I'm noticing I can angle it as well. So I wanna make sure that it's centered. So I'm gonna pull the brakes a couple times. That should get them centered, and then actually being all the way bottomed out on the adapter seems to be perfect. At this rate, I can just tighten this and it'll be good to go. And this is a really tight space here, so I'm probably gonna have to time lapse through this one. One thing I am noticing here as I'm doing this, and something that you'll wanna consider if you think about getting this set up, is this. Boink. So I'm gonna have to add some crank spacers in order to get my cranks a little bit further away so that they don't hit onto the brakes, because they do hit. Oops. One quick phone call later, and I found out the very easy way to get your pads closer to your rim is just by loosening these two bolts and then actually pushing this whole entire thing closer to the rim. So let's go ahead and time lapse through actually doing that. This is a super tight spot to work in, but should be totally doable. And here we are after a whole bunch of dialing in, figuring out several FaceTime and phone calls that TJ Henderson later. We have the hydraulic rim brake on a complete BMX bike. I didn't want to bore you guys, so I just jumped right to this. There was a lot to getting everything dialed in, from dialing in stuff up here to positioning these perfectly, moving the adapter around a little bit, and just like you would with your cable brakes, This requires some dialing in, but we got it all done. Got the crank spacing, gotta move, gotta not hit the stand, but we don't hit the brakes anymore with the cranks. And I got this part dialed in. You can hear it. So stoked for this. Thank you, Dro Bros, TJ, Jeff, and Jeremy for doing all this development and just doing it all on your own to make it happen and figure all of this out. I'm super excited to get this thing up to raise and try it for myself. Feels dialed so far, and just know that this adapter, as well as a plate that you'll be able to weld to a frame, are going to be available for those of you who want to get crazy and take your brakes all the way a whole nother crazy notch above what is even possible with a cable brake. But for everybody else, the vice grips are available. They will be. They are what I believe are the best cable brakes in all of BMX. And these hydraulic rim brakes are just 10,000 years into the future of super exciting BMX technology. That's funny because this is using a brake that's been available for like 30 years, just not on a BMX bike. Thanks to all these guys, the Dro Bros, it is. So thank you for watching. Thank you to Fit for making this possible. And stay tuned for the video at Ray's where I'm going to be riding this thing and testing it all out for myself. Thanks for watching and goodbye.